Begin. It just seemed like heaven, so I did it. And do you remember? Back and forth, we did together all day long. Do you remember us holding hands in each other's eyes? We stand. Tell me, do you remember the time when we fell in love? You remember the time when we first met, girl?
In today's video, we're going to be reacting to this video titled Foxy Brown Reveals How Jay-Z her in her career. So without further more to say, let's get right into this video. This is one of the situations in the celebrity world that I am curious about because I did hear that Foxy Brown was young when she was messing around with Jay-Z. So was Rihanna. So let's get into this.
This was allegedly a romantical thing. It's all right. I'll say alleged, but we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce.
I miss Wendy Williams. I used to be that person that's like, she needs to mind her business. She talks too much. Like, she's always speaking on people. But in the end, I came to realize that she was speaking nothing but the truth about people. And I really miss her show a lot. I'm pretty sure maybe the people in the industry got her show taken because maybe she was just revealing too much. I really miss Wendy Williams. And somebody else said this online. I don't know where I seen it, but they said they missed Wendy Williams' show. Me too, girl. I just hope one day that she could come back and redo her show and keep the same energy because that was needed. People needed to hear the truth.
Allegedly.
So, rumor has it that after Jay-Z slept with Foxy Brown when she was still underage and he could no longer control her, he blacklisted her in the industry and is now paying her not to spill about what happened. Like, how else can you explain how a talented person like Foxy, who was working very closely with Jay, just disappeared from the entertainment industry? Jay, what exactly did you do to Foxy?
Foxy Brown was Jay-Z when she was 15 and he was 27.
Okay, Foxy and Jay-Z collaborated on numerous occasions throughout the 90s.
15 and 27. It's no wonder why he worked with and along with Damon Dash. Now, Damon Dash, not that I have seen, has ever been exposed about dating someone younger. Now, I know Aaliyah was young. She was in her 20s, so she was grown. Jay-Z was working with, and we all know and what he allegedly did and was doing. When you see certain people working with, clearly they are the same way. And don't get me wrong, because I love Jay-Z. He is lyrically smart. I love his music. He is an intelligent man, a smart businessman. I have respect for him. And in my eyes, I feel like he beat the game, so he is the GOAT of the industry, whether people like it or not.
And Hov is actually credited with writing a handful of songs on Foxy's debut album. Their first major duet, Ain't No N-Word, was even featured on the soundtrack for the Eddie Murphy movie, The Nutty Professor, released in 1996. However, the song itself was recorded in 1994. And since Foxy was born in 1978, that will put her age at around 15 during the recording of the song. Now, can someone explain to me why Jay-Z had a 15-year-old singing the lyrics, ain't no like the one I got, no one can F you better? Sleeps around, but it gives me a lot, keeps you in diamonds and leathers. Friends will tell me I should leave you alone, tell the freak.
I believe everything about this because that lyric that she just read, it said keeps you in diamonds and leathers. Beyonce in her Ring the Alarm was talking about she gonna be rocking chinchilla coats but let you go. They're always referring to Jay-Z and how he does this for them, and it is weird. It kind of reminds me of the Aaliyah situation. She was singing songs that she shouldn't have been singing. She had no business singing at all. And I did not know that Foxy Brown was as young because they look older than what they actually were. I thought Foxy was like in her 20s and she was around Jay-Z and them. I did not know she was 15. The industry is wild. And I did not think that Jay-Z was a part of this, but his name was on the Epstein list, so those are some harsh lyrics for a 15-year-old. Where was her parents?
To find a man of their own. Another song that Jay-Z co-wrote was Il Nana, which featured the lyrics, true absolute vodka, straight shots for the has-beens and have-nots. dollar bill. And it don't stop, we moving up. First the mansion, then the yacht, sound proper, straight cash, got bloodhounds trying to hunt down the brown fox. Yes, he didn't rap in the song, but those words were written by him. And him talking about hunting down the brown fox? We see what you're doing here, Jay. And I won't even get into the details of other songs that were just so graphic and recorded when Foxy was 15 or 16. Anyway, given how successful they were when they worked together, it was a bit sus that they just stopped. And if you
I want to just say Foxy Brown was so beautiful. I just loved the 90s and the early 2000s because they were so natural and beautiful, and I try to keep that within myself because that was just the time. Looking back at the 90s, it felt like you had to be there. You want to be there. You wish you could rewind it or travel in time to just get that experience. We'll never get that back. Like, everything is so advanced and lame. Every girl is unnatural today and just unrelatable, but she was so beautiful, so gorgeous. And for the longest time I thought she was Lil' Kim until I seen 2 pictures of them together. I'm like, oh, somebody did an edit of Lil' Kim with herself, and then they were like Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown. They remind me of each other.
were wondering why it's allegedly, because Jay-Z blacklisted Foxy when he could no longer control her, and that was after he slept with her when she was still a minor. Y'all remember sometime back there were allegations that Jay took Foxy's virginity when she was just 15 years old when he was 27 and funded her shopping trips, all while paying for her hair and nail salons while she was still in high school. At the time, there were also reports that Jay-Z gave her an STD.
Y'all should go back and talk to all of the niggas that she slept with in Philly when she was in Philly. She burned every last one of them. She sent more to the clinic than COVID.
It gets even deeper because allegedly there's a tape out there of Foxy and Jay-Z. And guess what? They were not alone. Their company was Jamie Foxx, and based on the rumors that were making rounds, Jay-Z signed Foxy to multiple gag orders after she...
That's harsh. Well, I guess it definitely makes sense with the Rihanna and Jay-Z and Chris Brown situation. I do think that now Jaguar Wright knows a lot. She's like Wendy Williams, and I doubted her in the beginning like I did Wendy Williams, but everything she's saying, it just makes sense, and it's the best explanation to the situation. I believe she just be on there exposing stuff, and she was in the industry. I believe she was a singer. She would know. Wendy Williams was in the industry way back. I didn't know that until I seen pictures of her at a young age, and she was still interviewing people, celebrities at that. They know. Trust and believe. I believe the situation with Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Chris Brown just as much as this.
Jamie and Jay engaged in a threesome, and that not long after the incident, the tape was ironically robbed from her home. I mean, the T even quoted Foxy referring to Beyonce as a halitosis-infected heifer. However, when those allegations came out, Foxy said the report was complete BS, telling TMZ, "The atrociousness of this story sickened me to my stomach. Any and everyone involved will be contacted by my attorney. In all my years in the music industry, these are the most disgusting and disrespectful allegations I've ever experienced. This fictitious story with no audio, visual, or written interview clearly was concocted with malicious intent. There may have been no actual videos to support the allegations, but Jay-Z and Foxy's relationship is something that has been discussed by people who knew everything that was going down in the 90s. Nick Cannon even tried to get some answers from Dame Dash about Foxy Brown's age when she got signed, but Dame Dash was just like,
I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown.
Yeah, but that's...
I didn't sign Foxy Brown.
Nick then said that he...
This is not about Damon, but I feel like personally with this, the only reason why he wasn't messing with Foxy Brown is because he did not like brown-skinned women. And I feel this way about him and Aaliyah. He didn't want Aaliyah. We know this. He did not want Aaliyah because she was a brown-skinned girl. And it's funny how he made it a point to say she's a black girl in a white girl's body. Jay-Z was real. He really had feelings for Aaliyah. Damon was just getting with Aaliyah to get back at Jay-Z. Of course, Damon didn't work with Foxy Brown. He doesn't like brown-skinned women. It makes sense.
Thought Foxy was 16 when she signed to Jay-Z, and Dash quickly fired back, telling him to say what's on his mind.
It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask him. Don't ask me his question. No, I'm not taking it. I'm not just... Okay. Y'all can keep asking me questions.
We're moving on.
Y'all keep asking me questions y'all want to ask him, because he ain't here. Ask him. I ain't to do with that, and I don't even know nothing about that.
In addition, One person who allegedly went to school with Foxy also said on LSA he used to pick her up when she went to high school. She went to my school, John Dewey, then BCA, then Westinghouse night classes. He used to pull up to Westinghouse for her. Biggie Def used to pick her up too.
Biggie? Hold on. Did they say Biggie? Not Biggie. What? I'm confused.
But they were legit friends. Everybody knew her and Jay were together. And if you don't believe all those people, maybe you will believe Nas, who straight up said in his song Ether, Foxy got you hot because you kept your face in her. What you think? You getting girls now because of your looks? So as much as Foxy would love to insist that there was nothing going on between her and Jay-Z, all these people can't be coming from nowhere. Plus, why is it that her career just went downhill even though she had Jay in her corner? And given how talented she is and how much she speaks so highly of Jay, don't you think he would have done more to keep her in the game if they were cool? It's really not surprising that if you ask a lot of people, they will tell you that after Jay was done with
And that's why Beyonce and Jay-Z go together pretty well, because they think they can control people and tell people what they can and cannot speak about. That's why they make a perfect couple. They're the same exact way. Beyonce wants everybody to sign NDAs when they go to her party. Girl, please. It makes sense. Foxy Brown, they said she fell off. I wouldn't be surprised if Jay-Z has something to do with that. Jay-Z was very intelligent. He was very smart. I still respect him because he's a smart man, but I don't respect them for ruining people's careers, especially brown-skinned people, because it's already hard for us as it is. And to stop somebody's bags because you can't own them, that's wrong.
Foxy, he just let her fall off the grill. Well, at first, Lil' Kim was getting all the blame for ruining Foxy's career because of their very rocky history.
So I want to call a truce. I said I want to have a sit down with Kim, and I want to actually, I don't care what it is. I don't care what it. Just end it. Let's end it. We can even do a collaboration. We can do something. We're bigger than this. Still, I still want to be the person. If it has to start with me, let's.
But it's beginning to look a lot like Jay was the one who screwed her up when he was done with her. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's paying Foxy to maintain the narrative that they were never an item.
It happens.
Also, speaking of Foxy's career just going downhill, can I just mention how it just continued getting worse from there? I mean, when she was 17, Foxy received a 30-day suspended sentence and 80 hours of community service after she spat on 2 hotel workers. There was another incident in 2000 where Roxy crashed her Range Rover while driving in Brooklyn and was subsequently arrested for driving with a suspended license. In 2002, Foxy was also arrested in Jamaica for an altercation with a policewoman in an airport there, and she never even showed up for her court appearance.
You can tell when somebody's going through something, they just start deteriorating, their life just goes down. And it's probably because someone, if it was Jay-Z or Lil' Kim, which I'm leaning more towards the Jay-Z situation. That's messed up because he stopped her life. She probably loved to rap and now it's just hard for her to kickstart her career again because of him. That's messed up. You don't mess with nobody's bags, and Beyonce does the same thing in today's time. And she was doing the same thing in the early 2000s. Look what she allegedly did to Carrie Hilson. Beyonce was #1 and she was not helping women. You should uplift women instead of stopping their bags, getting in front of them. It almost happened with her and Rihanna, but Rihanna stuck it out and prospered. Now Rihanna is bigger than Beyonce, which is really crazy because Beyonce wanted to sign Rihanna. It's crazy how she passed Beyonce. And you see how fast she took the spot of Aaliyah's when Aaliyah away. She filled that spot so fast. It was just like she heard about what was going to happen and that this was going to be her opportunity to show everything she has, and she wants to be that girl so bad. But she knew she couldn't conquer that while Aaliyah was here. It wasn't finna happen. After Aaliyah passed away, Aaliyah wasn't a threat to her anymore, so Beyonce could finally leave Destiny's Child, which I'm pretty sure she was planning that already, so that she could go and be a solo artist, and she did just that. She maintained the #1 spot. But then she got some more badass competition, which was Rihanna. Rihanna stuck it out, and I'm glad she did because Beyonce is not all that. There's room out there for everyone.
Different incident in 2004, Foxy was charged with attacking 2 manicurists in NYC after refusing to pay a $20 bill. Apparently,
$20 bill, really? And I also want to pause it one more time to say that Left Eye went through the same stuff. Notice how Chili and T-Boz was not acting out. It was mainly Left Eye. Like, Left Eye was tired of it. She was finna go solo, do her own little album or whatever. And it's funny how she started messing up. She was in the headlines for burning her ex-boyfriend's house down, and then eventually ended up not being here with us today. What are the odds?
Refused to plea bargain and was sentenced to 3 years probation and anger management classes. And get this, in 2005, when she went to court for the case, she was handcuffed to the bench after she stuck her tongue out at the judge, but not before she hit the court officer who was fastening the handcuffs. She also refused to apologize until she was threatened with 30 days in jail for contempt. And let's not forget how close Jay was with R. Kelly, who has a record of doing the most unspeakable things.
Yes.
Remember when Nas suggested that Jay-Z knew what R. Kelly was doing with the girls?
Yes.
He told Wendy Williams during a radio interview when a tape of R.
Low-key, deep down inside, I know that Damon knows too, because he was in the Fiesta video. Was it Fiesta? It was one of those music videos. He was in that music video with R. Kelly as well, and he was like, I would never work with R. Kelly. That was Jay-Z. He wanted to do that. You know, I wasn't okay with that. Why were you in the video? Like, make it make sense. Everybody overlooks what Damon is saying. 90% of the stuff Damon says, I feel like isn't the truth. Damon is full of crap. He knew, Jay-Z knew, they all knew. That's why they were comfortable with working with R. I'm pretty sure Beyonce heard what was going on with R. Everyone who worked with R. Kelly, I'm pretty sure you couldn't miss it. It was the biggest news in history when he allegedly urinated on someone underage, I believe. How could you not hear about that? Let's be real. And then the Aaliyah situation was huge. Come on now. I wasn't there, and I know. Like, I know it's evident. You don't need proof. It's very evident.
Kelly with the underage girlie. I could have showed the R. Kelly video that everybody's talking about and made fun of it and showed pictures of Jay hanging out. You can't tell me Jay didn't see a 14-year-old girl come to the studio and sit on R. Kelly's lap. You gonna tell me he didn't see no 14-year-old girl come into the vicinity? Maybe Jay didn't do nothing because he was involved with the same behavior. And when he couldn't control Foxy anymore, he blacklisted her. Well, at least that's what followers believe. When people posted comments like, I'm not a Foxy Brown supporter, but I just feel like somewhere in the deep neck of the woods, Foxy Brown was blacklisted by the media and never got a chance to tell her story. It's like she was just forgotten about by some powerful source. Someone even also wrote, I think Sean has her blacklisted. It's so odd to me how he never acknowledges her. I don't trust people like that. Foxy knows a lot of things that man don't want out. Messy, messy, messy. But in your opinion, did Jay-Z have Foxy blacklisted after he was done with her? Do you think he's paying her to stay quiet about what really happened between them? I am dying to know your thoughts. So sound off in the comments below.
It's possible because I heard that he was allegedly paying Free to stay quiet about their son that they had. It's very possible. All the stories add up. They're all the same. They have the same narrative. I wouldn't put it past me. I'm pretty sure he is the reason why her career went downhill, because Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj were beefing at some point, but Nicki Minaj still prospered out of that. So I'm pretty sure the same could have happened for Foxy Brown if she was beefing with Lil' Kim. It had to be something bigger than what we know, which was probably Jay-Z. Jay-Z and Beyonce, they are selfish people. Just because they have money, they think they can cancel who they want to cancel, and that's not okay. People need to make their own living too. You guys have enough money, I'm sure. Let other people prosper. Foxy Brown shouldn't have had to go out like that. I don't know one song by her, but I do feel for her because I'm pretty sure she is the victim, and men can get away with things easily. It's sad today. They look at us as crazy, and some of us do tell the truth, and no one listens. That was a really good video because I've heard details I ain't never heard before. And all I know about Foxy Brown is that she was a rapper, but this video basically pretty much summed up what I needed to know about her, like literally everything. You can definitely see that because of what happened to her career, it had an effect on her, and she just started losing her character. She started doing all these things, and that's a cry out for help. That girl needs, or that woman needed help or needs help. That's messed up. And then it just looks like she's a crazy black woman. Literally everything fits. Anyway, anyways, you guys let me know what you think. This was a very good video. It makes me almost glad that Aaliyah didn't date him, but it wasn't no better with her and Damon either. So either way, it wouldn't have been a win. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Stay crazy.
Do you remember that one night when we fell in love? What we had felt so right, 'cause we had trust. Now it's drowning in our lives. I know we're broken up, you know the feelings deep inside. So what's you, what we've been through?